Hey, for me, I start the deal 10 minutes early. 10, 10 minutes early. 10 minutes early. I don't think it's
Hey, good evening, everyone. Welcome here to Keystone Point, our weekly Thursday evening auction. My name is Ron. If you have any issues or to say about us now, and we'll get you straightened out. All right, Darren, I do keep in mind that everything we auction here is sold on lien state of paperwork, unless we tell you otherwise, in which case you may be entitled to it, or perhaps a salvage title. Or is it come in with keys? We do not charge for those. If we have to make a key in order to start a vehicle by that charge is coming up on the right hand column here, I know this, and I'll do my best to tell you. Remind you what the key charge is, all right? The only other add-on to the purchase price is going to be that 10% parking tax that goes back to the city of LA, so give you that. All right, so as we say, sold on a vehicle, we need you to stand up out of your chair. And you're gonna come up with a window where you register there and complete the transaction, all right? That'll speed the process up for us here. We'll be open approximately 1 hour after the auction, releasing vehicles. If you can't get your car out tonight, not an issue. Don't forget we'll open up 8 a.m. tomorrow, and you can get your cars out all the way up to 12 noon. All right, as far as payment goes, we will take your cash. We'll take Visa, MasterCard, and debit cards as long as those cards are in your name, the registered bidder. All right, so make sure that has your name on it. Okay, no 10-day holds tonight, guys. Everything is going to go out the door, all right? Anybody have any questions for this start? Very good. I'm not sure I have any answers, so I think we should be good to go. If I forgot anything, I will remind you as we roll through here. All right, number one is an elite. You're going to call the card on, see if you look if you said you're not. Hey, and you said, hey, you got about 800. Hey, hey, you want 800? 809. Let's go 9. Hey, 9. I got 8.5. No 9. How about 9? No half. How about a half? And 1,000. And now a half. And now 11. And now 11.5. Three pounds there. 12 rather now. And 13. How about 13? No, he's not there. 13.5. A half and 14, 14 and a half, 15. He's not there. I got 14 and a half, 15, and now a half. I got 15 up front. How about 1,500 up 50, 1,500 up 50, up 15, up 50, so I'm down here at 1,500. Certainly see your number one more time. Number 65, thank you very much. The window there, okay? Here. We're going to need some card. It does run, quarter hard and managed, it does run, 125 at a key charge. Hey, somebody give me a $1,000. How about 1,000 to go, 5 to go. Hey, we'll get 5 $3, 4. How about 400 here, 3.5 and the 4.5 and the 500 here, no half. And the 5.5 at the back and the 6 and no 6.5 and 7. And the 7, 7.5, 7.5, 800 no half. I got a half and no 9, 900 here, 9 here, 9 here, no half, a quarter and a half, and no 75, and a pound, and down here, no quarter, a quarter, no half. How about 1,050, 75? I gotta go 75. How about 75? I gotta go 75, 75 right here, no 11. How about 11, 10, 75 here, need 11. How about 11, right, you want 11? And now a quarter and a half, 75. And 13, now a quarter, now a half, and now 13, 75, gotta go 75, he's 13 and a half, 13, 75. Now I'm at 75, 14, sir, 14, look up here, 14, How about 14 and a quarter, a quarter and a half, 14 and a half. Then 75, I'm gonna go 75. And then 15, give me 15, and 16, and I'm a 16, 50, and 17, now 17 and 50. And a 15, gonna go 50, 50, and a 50, and a 50, and a 50 here, and I sold a time. For 1700, 1700, what's the number, sir? 184, 184 is the Meyer, right? Here's number, here you go. Right, who's runs next? 80 bucks on the key charge, right? Yeah. What you see? What's that? 5,000? All right, hey, number 3, here we go. Hey, 20 pound, gonna say every cruise here, 80 bucks a key charge, it goes around, 40 automatic, should go around in that cruise. Hey, what about 1,000? 1,000, we said 400, 500. How about 500 under here, 500 down here, 500 under? You got 5, 6. How about 6, 7? I got 6 on this side over here, I need 7. How about 7, 7 here, 8, 800, 900, down, 1,000 down, 11. And 11, 1100, 100 here, you're gonna get 12 here, $12. He's 11, 12, 13. How about 13? How about 13? 14. How about 14? Where you at? You say 14? How about 14? I got 13 right there. 14, give me half. 1350, 50, and the 50 here, so okay. 1300, number 40, 40 is higher. Yes, 1300. I'm 85. Uh-huh. Okay, here's number 4. Here's a 2014. All right, here it goes. One higher level, still on. 140 to each other. So what about 1,000? On the thousand to go where? 1,000, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 2 grand, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 29, 3 grand, 31. How about 31? I'm gonna go on. That's 3 grand here. How about 31? $100, $100, 1, 2, 32, 3, 33. You guys make up. 33, 4, 5, 35 there. 35, 34 here. 35? 35? Give me 5? What do you mean? 35? No, so right here. 3,400. Okay, fine. Yes. All right, sir. No. 180. You guys together or not? 65. Okay, fine. No problem. All right, here we got number 5. All right, schedule alive. Give me 5%. How about 1,000 to go here? 500 under. How about 5? I'm going to go 5 here. 3, 4. A quarter, half, 75. I'm going to go 75. 375. Over here. Now 4. How about 4? Yes, sir. Now quarter. Now half. And 75. Have pound, 500 and a quarter, 5 and a quarter, 5 and a quarter, 5 and a half, 5 and a half, 5 and a quarter is over here, 550, and a 50, 50, 550, 550, 50, and we have solar pen for 5 and a quarter, 5, 43 is mine, right? And here's number 6. Comes to 07 Florida Mustang car. All right, to the automatic, straight around, $1,000 on the Mustang car. How about 1,000 to go where? 500 bucks on that one. You have 5? How about 5? 5? 6. How about 600? You're gonna go 600, 600, 700. How about 76, 7, 7, now 8. How about 8? 800, 9. You're gonna go 9, 1,000. And 1,000 to go. 11, 11, give me 11. 11, I got 1,000 right here. 11, give me half. Now 11, and now half, and 12, and a half. How about 12 and a half? 13 and a half. 13 and a half. I got 13 here. 13 and a half there. 14. How about 14? Gonna go 14. I got 13 and a half. I'll get 75. Now 14. 14 guys. 14. 13, 75 here. 14. I got 14. You got 14, sir? And the 14 here, so I'm on line. 1375, right? Hey, warn you, there's a pen in your stomach. Be careful, I don't think that's a bit, right? Here we go. All right, here it is. 37, here's an 05, take it a Prius car. All right, hold on, automatic, straight to the run, give me about, how much, huh? I'm not gonna get about, she said, great, take it a quarter, take it a half. I got to have a 50-50 solar, 325, number 6 is Meyer. All right, here's number 8, here comes the 2013, do it for the car. Hold on, one second.
I got 425
Four and a quarter on the Prius. Richard, sorry. We got it back up there. I got four and a quarter Prius. Four and a half.
Got 4.5
On the Prius? 75? Yes, sir. I got 75, 500. Now you're all off. About five. You guys are looking at your phones instead of me. Five and a quarter. Five and a quarter half. How about five and a half? Five and a quarter here in the corner. How about 550 on line? 75. You're going to go 75, 6. How about 600? You're going to go 600 down here. 75 on site. These. Charles, going to get 6 and a quarter. And a quarter. I got 6 on site now. How about 6 and a quarter? How about 6 and a quarter? And a quarter, and a quarter, quarter down here now. 650, now 75. How about 75? You're going to go 675 on the 2 and a quarter. That's 75, 700 and a quarter. How about 7 and a quarter and a quarter? I got 7 over here. 7 and a quarter? A quarter, and a quarter, and a quarter here. And we're going to, you want a quarter now? How about a half of 75? How about 75? 8? How about 800 and a quarter? 825, 825, 850. 850, 50, 850, 50, 850, they're out. 850 in my silver tank. 825 to 55, 822, 5, okay? Okay, on to number 8. Here comes the 2013 Taylor Holocaust. Hey, good morning. Corner hot and medics to the line. 80 bucks to the key church guys. Give me 1,000. I got 1,011. How about 11? They gotta give me 11 to your mom. I got my half. My half. How about 12? And a half. And 13. 7 and a half. 13 and a half. 14. 14 and a half. Give me half. 14 and a half. A half on line, 15. I got 15. Eric, 15 and a half. And a half on, so I got 15 on each side, 15, 50 guys. How about 1,500, 50, 50, 50, and I'm going to sell it. Time. Or 1,500 and the feet is the buyer. 9, 20, 17, 4, start. Hey, good morning, here, guys. Two shots, give me how much? About 1,000. Over 1,000 to go where? Nice little car, that's pizza now, that's all. 5, 6. How about 6, 7, 8, 9, 1,000, 11, 12, 13, 14, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 2 grand, 21, 22, 23, 24, now 5, 5, now 6, now 7. How about 27? He's 26. 7, so it is. I can't tell what you're doing. 27, okay. And 8, and 8, and 9. How about 29? 28 here, 29. How about 29? There you go down, there you go, huh? And the 50, 50, my solar tank. 2,800 to 182, 20, 182, right? Number 10. Here comes an away, DWZ phone. The guy who will come I got one to go where? $5. He said, 3, wow, 3 and a quarter. 3 and a quarter here, Jetta car. I'm a 3 and a quarter in the corner here, 350. And the 50, you gotta go 50, 50, 350, 350, 50, and also the time. The 3, 25, and the 60 is the higher, the 16. Unlike some other here, I get model 2. The next, give me time. I'm not going to go what do you say? I got 5. You want 5? How about 5? What's the time? 5. How about 5 and a bucks? 3, 3, 5. How about a half and 6, and a half and 7 and a half? And a half and a 8 and a half and 9 and a half. And a 1,000 and a half, 11 and a half, and 12. How about 12? I got 11 and a half in the back row, 12 here, 12 and a half, 13. How about 13.5 and 14.5? 14.50, 15, you gotta go 15.5, 15.50, and 16, you gotta be 16, 16, hey, it's your turn. 16.5, and 17. How about 17? I'm gonna go 17 online, and number half, then 18. How about 18? We're on site, 17.5, give 18. How about 18? 18, and we have 18.5, and 19, how about 19? 19, online at 19, 19.5 on site, 2 grand. How about 2? We're gonna get 2 grand here. How about 2? We're gonna get 2,000 for the whole time. How about 2 grand? And my, hey, how many people who did like over 80 just did, okay? 2 grand. Now, huh? I got a half, I got 2,000 here, got a half? No, so there's only half. There's $2,000 for the over 80. Okay, there's number 12. Here comes number 7 to the roll. And on the left, how about 9? How about 9 to the about 20? You gotta go 500 player, you gotta go 503, 3.5, and 4, 75, 4. How about 4 and a quarter, and a half? How about 50, 450, 4 and a quarter, 4.5, that's 75. How about 75, now 500 and a quarter. And a quarter, five is over there, a quarter here, 5.5. 50, I got 5.25 here, 5.5 there, that's 75. How about 75, we're on site, 5.5. 75 on the line, 6 and a quarter. How about quarter, 6 and a quarter, 600, 6 and a quarter, guys. How about 6 and a quarter, a quarter and a quarter down here, we have solar time, 600, and down is number 8 is Meyer, right? Here we go, number 13, and that's 7 on the 5th. All right, corner on the left. Okay. No problem. All right, on the fifth now, there we go. I've got, 2 and a quarter. 2 and a quarter, 2 and a quarter, 2 and a quarter, nobody likes it? Half? How about a half? And that's 75, and 3, and a quarter, and a half, going up now. 3.5, 75, 400, and a quarter. And a quarter and a half, 75, there goes 75, not 5, 500, not quarter, 5 and a quarter, and a 5.5, 75, now 6, 6, now a quarter, now a half, 6.5, 6 and a quarter. About 650, 56 and a quarter. Almost 650, 50, 650, 650, now 75, now 7, and a quarter, 7 and a quarter, now a half, 7 and a half. How about a half? Give me half, 750, 7 and a quarter here. How about 750, 50, 50, no, 75, there goes 75, return. 75, 75, 800, and now 800. But these are numbers, 800, they're gonna go be down here, and I'm going to summertime right there. For 775, number 188, 188 is 14, right? For the 100 next, we're gonna run it. 400 bucks. He said 3, 3 and a quarter. How much 3 and a quarter? He said 3 there, 4 later. How much 3 and a quarter? A quarter, now 350, 350, 50, hey, it's your time. How much 350 on my soda tank for 3 and a quarter, number 6 is my, here's number 15, all we want. On a chain of acres, for the, I'm gonna get a bucks an hour. Half price. How about 4? This is 3, huh? How much 3 and a quarter? How much 3 and a quarter? Now half, that's 75. How much 75, 4? 400 here, now 4, you're gonna go 4? How much 400, 400 here, no quarter, no half, 450. How about 50, 450, 4 and a quarter, 4 and a half. How about 450 on my solar tank? 425. Number 6 is the line. Here's number 16, over $2. Hey, we got the 175, guys. If it goes wrong, maybe about the top. If it wrong, they give me about how much? 1,000? How about 5? Half price. 5 bucks. That's what I said. Hey, wake up. I got 5, 6. How about 6, 7, 7, 8? How about 8? And no 9. How about 9? Give me half. 9. How about 9? Gonna go 9. 9, down half. I got 9. What half? How about a quarter? How about 9.25, 9.25, 9.25, 9.25, and let's see in the back. At 900 number, 900 numbers, yeah. I can't see the first number there, something, 18? 18 the line, thank you. Here's number 17, a weight model. All right, keep going on then, take a line here, how you gonna get 900? How about 900 bucks on the Audi? I got three and a half, take four. I got four and a half. I got a hand, three, 50, 50, quarter, now half. I'm at a half, four and a quarter, four and a half. How about 450? You gotta go 50, 50, what is up, time, four and a quarter. Number six to buy, six to buy. Here's number 18. There we go. Sugar about 800. I think it's a real take it quarter. How much we gonna quarter? My magic number three, three and a quarter. Now how about 315? Are you in? Three and a half, like three and a quarter. How about 350, 350, we sold it on 305, number 60, number 19. It's a number, see you, right? Well, we'll run it. You gave me $400. I've got four, you want four? You said three, three get a quarter. Four, that's even better, four and a quarter. And I got a 75, no five, so it's 75, no quarter, no half. And 75 and six, and a quarter, and a half, and 75 and seven, and a quarter, no half. And 75, 75, eight, 800 and a quarter, 825, 825, eight and a half, quarter here, half. Eight and a half, 875, 875, nine. I got nine and a quarter, 925, but a hand, 950. And the 50, 925, 950, 950, 950, 50, and we have sold it. 925, I can't see his number there, so what's the number? 24? Number 24 is for 925, all right, he'll get mine. Here's number 40, that comes in 05, how about nine? How about nine to another? Five to another? No five? How about $500? You said three, three and a quarter. 375, see even better. How about four? Not quarter. And that quarter, he said that quarter, four and a quarter, four and a half. Where we go? That's 75. Five. How about five? And what's your turn? Five? How about five? 475 on side five, five and a quarter, five and a half, 75, 106. And a quarter. How about six and a quarter? 600. How about six and a quarter? Six and a quarter, okay. Now, that's 75. I'm gonna go 675, six and a half. That's 75 down, seven, and a quarter. And a quarter. I'll slide again at seven, seven and a quarter. How about seven and a quarter, and a quarter, and a quarter, and a quarter here, and a nine, so the 10. 709, number 8 is fire. Here's 115. All right, for the 100 minutes, take it around, give me about how much here. $300, wow, three and a quarter. It's got one, three and a quarter, three and a half. I got 50, 50. I got three and a half, 75 inside, no four. How about four? How much three you 75 here? I need four. How about 400? You gotta get 400, 400, 400, and they sold it. Tank. 375, fire number four, number 22. Here's a low five, four, teacher guidance, right? Those ones, the line, and almost like that. They start me off at 1,000. You. You? I got 1,000, 11. How about 11 here, pay here down to 13. 14. You guys all together? No? All right, I got 14 there. 15, 16, 16, 16, 16, 17. How about 17? You're up, so you. How about 17? You're 16, 17. I got a half, that'll work. Now 17, now half. Right here, 18, 18, now half, 18 and a half. 18's over here. 18, 150, 150, 18, 150, 18, 150, 50, and we have 19. You want 19? Now, got a half round, so I did 19, 19 and a half. I'm at 19, 50, you gotta go 50, 50, 19, 52, two rand. I'm about two, go, go see, two. I'm about two, 19 and a half, 2 rand, we're gonna get 2 grand, sold it. At 1950, online buyer, okay, here's number 23, here's another 4. I'm sorry, it's a 20. I think it's a call. Randy, fine. Here we go for the Honda Randy. What do you do here? 2 grand? How much here we go? What's me? How about 3,000? 3,000, break up, give me 1,000. I got three, four. How about three, what works, the whole card? I got a half on the four, a half on the time. I'm a pound, 75, five, not 40, not half. I got a half, I got no place to go, 5 and a half, 75. How about 75, 600, number six. Number six, and 4, 75, 75. How about 675, 7, and we have. How about 7 and a half, 7 and a half, what do you say? How about 15, we go for 3, 4 and a half. How about half, come on, that people, let's go. How about 750, gonna go 50, and I sold it, times 7, number quarter, number 6 is 9. Number 24, there's a 2013, number 20, city springer, 3,500 miles, that's a 30 mile. They give me how much? How about 3 grand? How about 3 go? Give me 2 grand. How about 3 go? Who got $1,000? 11. How about 11 here? 12. 12 here, 13, maybe 13, 14, 15. How about 15, 16, 17, here go 17, 18, 19, 2 red. 21, 21, 22, 23, here go 3. How about 3, 23, 2 and a half? How about 22, gonna go 50, 22 is a bed, 22 and a half, 23. How about 23, you're gonna go 3 and a half, 4. How about 24, you're gonna go 4, now, 24 and a half, 5. How about 25 and a half? 25 and a half, there's your whole card. 6. How about 26? Money's on site, 25 and a half. 26 on mine. And now a half, and no 7. How about 27? You're gonna go 7. 27. What do you say? How about 27? You're gonna go 7. Down here we have silver tank for 26.50 on site. What was 39 is tomorrow. 30 BMW 529, higher front set, quarter mile in there, straight to the right, give me 1,000. How about 1,000 go where? Distance of that. How about 500 bucks? 500 bucks on that one. I got 3.5 more. How about 4 there? You're gonna go 400? No, huh? I got 415, you're gonna go 50 quarter, no half. How about a half? We used 4.5, 75, not 5. 500 and a quarter. And the quarter, and a half, 550. And the 50, 75, 600, not quarter. How about 6 and a quarter, guys? How about 6 and a quarter, not quarter here, quarter down here, and we silver tank, $600 online. Five, pressure on the country. Alright, going up on the night, sugar the months, how many cyber guns? 800. How much make it bucks? Okay, we'll back it up. Chair stuck, yeah, chair is stuck in the hole. Alright, here we go. On the country, how about 500 bucks? 4. How about quarter here, quarter and a half. I got 100 here, there, no 75, 475, 4.5. 475, I'm gonna go 475, not 5. I'm a 5, I'm a quarter, by 25, I'm not here, you got quarter. I'm a 5 and a quarter, 5 and a quarter, now, huh? I'm a 5 and a half, 5 and a quarter on site, 550. And a 50, okay, now I'm 75, I'm a 75, 5 and a half, 75. And now 6. I'm the 600, gonna be 600, 600, here goes 6, what do you say? I'm the $600, 600, and I silver tank for 575. Let's see, 195, okay, 195. Right here's number 27. On the paper here. I get mine, swollen up on the weekend skies. How are you gonna get down on the 800? I'm not paying for the bucks, 400 bucks square, get 4, 3, 3.5 and a 4, and a half, and 5 and a half, and 6 and a half, and 7, and 7 and a half, and a quarter, and a half, 75, 75, 800 and a quarter, and a half, 850, and a 75, and 9, 900, and a quarter. I'm not another quarter, not quarter here, another quarter, and I'm on the south channel there. $19 number 18 the Meyer. Here's 28. I bet you would have seen that as right. From Muhammad now, then around here. Hey, so to get what they hit how much I don't know how much to start. You said three. Wow. How about three and a quarter? One half. How about three and a half? Seven, eight, nine, four, 400, not 40, one half, 75, then the quarter, on the quarter. On the quarter, now half. I got a half, I 50, 75, I got a 75, 600. And the quarter, 625, a half, 650. How about 650, 50, give me half. How about 650, no, 75. How about 675? How about 675, 75, 675, and I sold it. That's $615 online. And let's see, we have an old Ford. Here we go on that one. Hey, you still got one? Hey, you give me 100. Thank you very much. She said, three, I'll take it that quarter. Come back for a quarter, now, huh? I got a hand to your house, and we found a quarter, 400. How about four? Round five, got four, quarter, half, now 75. How about 75, now five, 500 and a quarter. And a quarter down, five quarters, half, and a half, 75, and a six, and a quarter, and a half, and 75. Number 75, and a seven, and a quarter. Number quarter, G, some of right there to back, what is your line, 7.5, 75. How about 75, 775, now we, and a quarter, now half, 8.5, you see 25. How about 850 now, 75, and 900. How about 9, I'm gonna go 9, 900, it up. How about 900, and we have solar tank for 875. Let me see. So 199, okay, thank you, sir. Here we got number 30 years. All right, to the Honda Bank, to the money you got, give me 1,000. How about 1,000 to go? On the mini. How about 5 to the mini? How about 5? Go 5 here, 5, 4 and a quarter, 4 and a half, 75. How about 75, 500, now 5? Quarter, now half, 75, and 6, and a quarter, 6, a quarter, 6 and a half. How about a half? You use a half, 75, 7. How about 7? Get 7. How about 12, 77, not quarter. A quarter, now half. How about a half? About 75. How about 75? Gotta go 75, gotta go 75, 800, not quarter. And not quarter, reach over here now. I'm gonna be 75, 85, go ahead, that's 75, I'm 9. How about 9? 800, 9, what do you say? How about 9? You want 9? Not quarter. And a quarter, go to a half. I'm not going to a half, 950. Look at me, that's your phone. 9.5, no 75, no 1,000, and 1,000, and 1,000, 975. How about 1,000 to go, 1,000 to go, number 1, 2, summer camp for 975, number 8 is Samaya, right? 35, maybe I should be expressed man. Wow. Next, we don't want to down, so you can give me that's what's up. Hey, you have a 6, you said 4, 4 and a quarter, a quarter and a half, 75, no 5, no quarter, no half, and 75, and 6, and a quarter. How about 6 and a quarter, 6 and a half? And the 75, we go 75, 675. Line first, now 7, and a quarter, 7 and a quarter, and the quarter, 7's over here, almost 7 and a quarter. Quarter, now 7 and a half, 75. And then we have a quarter, 825 and a half, we have a 50, 75. How about this 75 now, and that 100 now, and the quarter, now half. I'm gonna have it, 75, and 75. How about 975, and now 1,000, and now a quarter, and a quarter, and a quarter, and a half. And now 75, we're gonna go 75, 11, 1100, and a quarter. How about 11 a quarter, now half, 11 and a half, 75, then now 12, and now a quarter. I'm a quarter, and a quarter, and now a half, 12 and a half, that's a good stuff. I got 12 and a half, now 75, and 13, 13, now half, 13 and a half, 14, now half, and 15 and a half, and 16, 16, what is 15 and a half? About 16, gonna be 16, gonna be 16, and we start with that. 15, 50, number 8 is Meyer, right here is number 32. 80, right? Hold on, how the next, anybody else see this? How much? 1,000? Who wants five? How about five of the birds? What's that? 2 grand? 3 grand? Give me four. I'll think about it. I got three, 3 and a quarter, 3.5. I got 3 and a quarter, 3.5. I got 350, 50, 50, and I sold it. 3 and a quarter, number 6 to buy here. 33, no four, how much would that be? All right, quarter, how about a minute? 25, give me 9. How about 9, give about 3. How about 5, 3 and a quarter, you send me 3 and a quarter, 3.5. How about 350? And what we do this, we come over $100, not over, not 4.5, no 75. 475, 5. How about 5, not quarter, not half. Number half and 75. And 6, out of 6, 6 and a quarter. And a quarter, hey, you were on site at 6 and a quarter. How about 6 and a quarter, and a quarter here. Eric, quarter? Eric, no? So, online, at 600. So that, here's number 34. Not an O2, Nissan from Kia truck. Give it a good chance, take it around, who would have found so much on this work truck? How much times to go? 5 to go. Who would have found to start? You know, 5? 6, 7, 8. How much do you send to the back row? I need 8. I need half. 7.5. 7.5, I think it's in this share. 7.5 each, 800 and a half, and 9.5. I got 9 on site, 9.5, 9.5, 1,000 and a half. How about 150, 50, I got thousands of dollars for a quarter, 9.5, no 75. How about 75, 11, no quarter. And the quarter, the quarter, no 75. How about 75, you gotta go 75, 11, 75, I'm not calling, 400, no quarter. I apologize on the quarter, how about for the quarter? And I have no 75, you gotta go 75, 75. And 13 and a quarter, and a quarter, now I have 13.50, 13 and a quarter, 13 and a half, 75. How about 75, we gotta go 75, 13, 75. How about 75 and 14, and 14 and a quarter. And a quarter, I have 14, 8 and a quarter. 14 and a quarter, 14 and a quarter, and we sold it, huh? 1,400 on my, I've got a change better. I don't, we got,
Sir, I do not. I don't have any.
okay, here we go. Back to number 35, the 01 Mitsubishi Line. He says three and a quarter, 3.5. How about 350? Anybody else? At 350, almost sold a tank. 3 and a quarter, number 6 is I. Here's 6. 1 on the 6. Okay. On the car, 80 bucks. On the next, hey, those one. Hey, let's see here. Over about 8 3 and a quarter, 3 and a quarter half. I got a half, 75, and 4 and a quarter, and a half, can't see it, 4.5, 4.5, 75, 500 and a quarter, and a quarter, 75, and 600 and a quarter, and a half, 6.5, about a half, 75, and 7 and a quarter, how about 7 1/4 and a quarter here, 7 1/4, 7.5, you guys are both on, how about 750? And a 50, and a 50, and a 50, and also looking over here for 7 1/4, put them on 64, 64. All right, here we go. 7. Come to a second. $4, so you're going down. How about 12,000? How about 1,000? 3.5, 4. I have 4. You want 4? No half. How about a half on the G? 4.5, 5. How about 5? About a half? 550. 50. No 6. And a half. And 7. How about 7.5? And 8. How about 8? 8. I'll give you 800. That's one 8. I'll get 8.5 and 9. 9.5. 1,000. And 1,000. New. And 1,000. I get 9.5 here. 1,000. How about 975? Okay. Now 1,000. Not quarter. Now half. 975. I'm going to go 75, 11, not quarter. I'm not 11 1/4 now. 11.5, 75. 11.75 half. And 12 1/4. How about 12 1/4? And a quarter, 12 1/4, and a quarter down here. And we're going to sell it to over here. You got a quarter and a half. And 75 and 13. Got a bigger price. That's just nice. 13 and a quarter and a half. 13.5. 75. How about 75? He's 13.5. How about 75? I'm going to go 75. Now 14, 14 and a quarter. And a quarter, no half. 14.5. 75 and 15. I'm going to go 15. How about 15? No half. 50, 50, 15, 20. How about 1,550, 1,550, and I'm going to cut a half, 16, 16, that way snuck in, 15.5, 16, 16, no half. How about a half, that wears off, now 16.5, what color is this first? 16.5. 17, no half. I got 17 here, 17.5. How about 17.50? And not 50, yes, no. And 18, no half, one side of 18, 18.5, hey, wake up. 18, 50, net 50, net 50, and I sold time. 1,800, number 18, 18. Here we have number 30. Easy, and for the high man, stay along, who will find the quarter. How much regular quarter on the fence? How much regular quarter in the half? 350. How about 50 right here, now 75, 4. I get 4, 450, and 75, which are this, and 5, if I get it, no 5. How about 5 and a quarter, 5 and a quarter, 500, 5 and a quarter. How about 5 and a quarter, now half, 5 and a half, there's well. Now half, that's 75, there goes 75. How about 75, 5 and a half, 5, 75, 6, no quarter, and a quarter, 600 here. How about 6 and a quarter, now half, 650. And 75, I'm gonna go 75, 675. How about 675? Nope. So that's 650 online. Okay, here we have number 39 over 17. That's not good. All right, quarter 100 minutes. Establish later batteries, take a run. How about 5? I got 3.5. I got 3.5 here and a 400. And quarter and a half, quarter and a half. I got a half, 4 1/4, half, 75, 5 and a quarter, and a half, I got a half, what do you say, 75, 6, 600, And a quarter, 6 1/4, no higher, no 75. How about 75 7? How about 7 1/4? How about 7 1/4? 7 0, quarter bill, high, 75. And now we need 800. We need 8, not quarter. 825. How about an 825? 800. 825. But a high, 850. It's 35, 875, 875. And now 900. Now about a quarter, 925. How about 925? It's like old women. 9 1/4, 9 1/2. How about 950? 975. How about 975? $1,000. And 1 pound to go, 1 pound to go, 1 pound to go, 1 1/4, 1 1/4. See, that's good, a little bit like old babies. How about 10 1/4? How about 10 1/4 here? We sold a 10 for $1,000 online, right? Here we go for 40. Here's a 64 from the volume. This is our name is Smithsonian. I really find hey, what is it here, guys? So, I really find hey, here we go, 1,000. How about 5 to go? 5 to go. 5 to go. 3. Regular quarter. 2. 2 1/4. 2 1/2. I got 250, 50, 250, and I sold it. 10. It's 2 1/2. 275. I got 2 1/2 here. 275. How about 275? 3. 300. No 3. 275. 3. How about 300? 300. 300 here. We're going to sell it. 275. Number 6. Here's number 41, 2010, Audi. All right, what do you do? I got down for how much right? Maybe I'll take a little less. I got 2, 2 1/4, 2 1/4, 2 1/4, 2, 2 1/4, 2 1/4, now a half, and a half. These 2 1/4 here, 2 1/2, and 75, and 3. But we can now, a quarter, 3 1/4, now how 350, and up at the 75, 75, 400. About 4 1/4, 425, right over here. About 4 1/4, you can put it right together, 4 1/4. And a quarter silver tank, $400. Put them on number 6, liar. Here's 42, 44, meter, 325. 2 on the heavy. And 5 1/2. 6, now 7, now and I have again 7's over here. Now about 50, 50, and a 50 quarter. How about 7 1/4, 1/4, 1/4, 1/4, okay, 3 1/2, that's 75. How about 75? That's like that, 7 1/2, 775, 775, and the silver tank, 750, number 4, 750, number 4, 16. It's the pilot, guys. 140 got a key charge, right? Automatic straight over the bottom. Thank you, sir. Need that nice reminder there. All right, hey, everyone's guys. What are going to bid down here? I got 8 grand, 82 1/2, 81, 81 2, 82, 82, 83, 83, 82's online, 83 to you, 83, 84. How about 84? What about now 5, 85, 85. When we should turn. 85, 85, and we sold it online at 8,400, 8,400, right? Here's number 44, here's number rate check. For mom, the money, for the run, there you go. And we're going to pay you at home time. We'll get home to go, home to go. And we'll get home to next time. We said, hey, we're in a quarter. I'm not going to call you, not going to hear you, we're going to call you, how you getting? I'm going to call you now, 50. How about 350, 50, 350, 350, 350, are you ready? Play it out? Nope. So, 3 1/4, get the games, number 6, All right, here we go, 49. The options tonight, guys. This is one, it's a play, all right, $4, hey, give up on about $400 on that one. I got 3, 3 1/4, a quarter, half. I got a half, I got a half, scraps on the dice. How about 3 1/2? How about 3 1/2? 75? See that 50, scraps down. 4, 4 1/4. How about 4 1/4? 4 1/4. How about 4 1/4, here, you sold a time. Yeah, $400, number 6. tomorrow, 6 tomorrow, 87, that's wrong. Right? 4 on 5 times, 6 to 11 times, maybe how much time? Or do you find it less? That's a good one. Yeah, it is. I've got two, 2 and a quarter, 2.5. I've got 215, gonna go from 11, 2.5, 275. I do. I got 275, 3 and a quarter. And a quarter, no, 350, 3 and a quarter, so far. I got a half, and 75, and 400. How about 4? Now you got 4 and a quarter, 4.5. And 75, and 500 and a half, and a half. And now 75, now 600. How about 6? On line first, 6 and a quarter, 6 and a quarter. I got 6, 6 and a quarter, 6.5. You got a quarter, so you got a quarter? I got 6 and a quarter here. 6.5, 650, 50, 50, and I'm on this. You got a half, 75, and 7. How about 7? How about 7? I'd buy that, but I got to fit in my garage. How about 7 here? Oh, what's it? Silver tank. 675, number 18, the Meyer, 18, the Meyer. Here's 47. There's a 92, 18, 65. And the trains to the right of 800. How about 2 and a quarter and a quarter to your 2 and a quarter? So what's up? How about 2 and a quarter and a quarter, 2 and a quarter, 2 and a quarter, 2 and a quarter? What's wrong with that? I would say nothing. No? Silver tank. $200, number 6 is Meyer. And number 48 is number 710. Straight of the line, they get 800. They have up. He says 3 and a quarter. How much 3 and a quarter here? High. 350. How about 50, 50? You're going to go 50, why not? How about 350? That's it. How about 40, 400, 84 and a quarter. And a quarter, now and a half. And 75, now 500, how about 500, 550? And now 75, we're going to go 76, 600. How about 6? And a quarter, 650. How about 50, that's 75, 7, and now a quarter, that's 7 here, need a quarter. How about 7 a quarter and a quarter here, the silver tank. 700 on the line, here's some vertical. $1,000, thank you. All right, for the line, 9. About 3, wow, 3 and a quarter. How much 3 and a quarter? Quarter? And a half. And a half. I got 3 and a quarter here, and a half. 75, 4. How much 4 here and 4 now quarter, 4 and a quarter, half. I got a half here, 75, and a 100. How much 1 here, do you find? What do you say? 500, 500, and we're on to several times. 475. Here's number 18. And they run so long, how the energy said on my days at what we said, this last week, I think, yes. $800 here, they have your ocho. Ocho? I got 5, 6. How about 6? 600. I got 5 to go to and 6. I got 6, 7. How about 7? 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 15, 16. 16. How about 16? 15, 16. Whatever 16, do we have? 16 and a half, 17 and a half, and a half. Well, on side of 17, 17 and a half on line. 18, 18, sir? 18, 18, no, 1850, 18 here, half over here, 19. You're a little slow. Give me 19. 19, now half. 19 and a half. Money's over here at 19. How about 19? Had it up at 3, okay, 2 grand. How about 2? 2,000? I got 19 and a half here, I need 2. How about 2? You're gonna get 2, you're gonna get 2. You silver to him on mine. For 1950, okay? All right, next card, 51. This is one of the 15. Hey, you're gonna give me about how much? 11. You're gonna have 11. And 11 and a half, and 12 here, 12 and a half. 12 and a half, and 13 and a half, and 14 and a half, and 15 and a half, 16 and a half, 7, got 18 and a half, 19 and a half, and 2. and 2.5, and 1.5, and 2.5, and 3.5, 23.5, 24, 24.5, 25, 25, 24.5, 25, no high, no 6, no high, and 7.5, and 8.5, 28.5, 29.5, 3 grand, 31, 32, 33, 4, 34, 5, now 6, now 7, now 8, and 9, 39, 39, 39. I got 38 here, sir. 39, 39, and we have solar tank. 3,800. And let's see, guys, what's your number there? 59, we got, thank you, sir. 59, number 52, there's an old 6. Infinity 35, hold on, we said 3, make it harder. I'm gonna bring it a quarter, and the quarter here, high, and the 75, we're gonna go 75, and then 400, and the quarter, 425, there's on the side, over here, 4.5, 4.5, 475. Now, what is it? 5.25, 5.5. You guys are hesitating. I got 5.25, 5.5, 5.75, now 6, 5.6, 5.6, 5.75. I'm at 600 here, and now a quarter now high. A quarter here on the side, how about 6.5? How about 6.5? 6.50, now 75, I'm at 7. How about 7? 6, 75, 7. How about 7? Now quarter, now half. And we have 75, 8. How about 8? And a quarter, and a half, 8.5. 58.25. Okay, 150, 50, and 9. 825, 825. It's got a number of 185. What's the 97? You see, you see what okay, come on, thanks for scratching. All right, here we go. I got 3.25. How about 3.25? 350. How about 350, 350, 350, and then sort of 10. 325, number 6 is higher. All right, we'll go on the next. We'll go on. You said 4. 4.5. I got a half. And 6, it'll be 6. And a half, 6.5, and 7, and a half. And 8, 800, now 8, now half, 8.5. And a half, and 9, we're going to go 9, no half, no 1,000, no half. And 11, and a half, another half, 12. How about 12, and a half, another half, 13, and a half. And 14, right here, and a half, 14, 50, 15. And a half, and now 16, it'll be 16 and a half, and 17 and a half, 17, 50, and now 18, 18, let me 17 and a half here, 18. Hey, don't be doing that, okay? I'll pull it out. 18, now half, 19 and a half, and a half, 2 grand, and a half, and a half, 12, now half, 21 and a half. 21 here, 21 and a half, 21, 50, 50, and silver tank. And 118 is fine. Here's 5. There's a 2,000, this is just 500. I got 3. I got 4. Who's in that 4? 450. And the 250, give me 40, now half, 4.5, 75. How about 75, 4.5 here, 75, now 5, and a quarter, on the side at 5, and a quarter, 5.5, and 75, maybe 75, by 75, 6, I have 6, and a quarter, how about quarter, 6 and a quarter, on a quarter, now high, and 75, how about 75, 675, what do you say? How about 675, 675, and 7, and a quarter, 7 right here. How about quarter, and a half, that's 75. How about 75, it goes 75, 8 and a quarter, and a half, and a half, on site, 825, 8.5, 850. Dude, my beard's getting hot. 8.5, 875. 8.75, 8.5 here, 8.75, 8.75, 9. But 9.25, 9.25, and a half, I do, of course, over here, how about that and a half? How about a half? Come on, guys, let's go. How about 950, right there, that's 75, that's 75, 9.5 here, 9.75. How about 9.75, 9,000? And 1,000 go, 1,000 go, 1,000 go, and a quarter, and a quarter, 10 and a quarter. How about 10 and a quarter, here, quarter here, so much time. Or 1,000 even on line by a ticket 56 on the BMW model for that. So you're right. How about works, you're fine. 5.5. How about 5.5? 5.5. 3. 3.5 and 4.5 and 5.5. And a half and 6 and a half and 7 and a half right here and up here, 800 now half. And a half and 9, I'm gonna go down and now half. And a half, 9's over here, and a half, give me quarter. I got a half, that's even better. 9.75, 1,000. I'm 1,000. And 1,000 to go. And 1,000 to go. 1,000 to go. No quarter, no half. I'm at a half, times up 15, gotta go 50, 50, 50. Come on, man, with the thing first, that's it. I'm at a half, that's 11, 11, and a quarter. I get quarter, 11 not cents, 11 and a quarter, 11 and a quarter, and a half, 75. I'm at 75, 11 and a half here. 11.75, gonna go 75, and the solar tank. 11.50 online. And the next car is to, is an Infinity. Everybody 800, 800 bucks, 3 and a quarter. How about 3 and a quarter, 300, 3 and a quarter, 3 and a half, 75. How about 75, 400 and a quarter, 4 and a half, 75, 475, and 500. And a quarter, how about 5 and a quarter? And a half, 5 and a half, 75. And 600, 75, 6. How about $600, $600 down a quarter? And a half, maybe half, 6 and a half, 6 and a quarter, 75. And 7 and a quarter. And a quarter, 7's here, you need a quarter, guys. How about 7 and a quarter right here, 7 and a half, 75. How about 75, you gotta go 75, 775, 800, 800 and a quarter. And a quarter, 800, need a quarter. I'm a quarter, no half, and a half, 75, you gotta go 75. I'm a 75, wrong side, 8 and a half, 875. Solar tank, $850 for my number 4. Number 4, car. Here. Okay, here we go. Here comes the 2015 Ford automatic paying about $2,000. I got 2 to go. Looks like an easy fix. Over 1,000. 1,000. How about 5? 3. 3 and a quarter. I'm a 3 and a quarter and a quarter and a quarter here. So the tank at $300 for one number 6. Number 59. Oh, wait a minute. Ford automatic straight around it, though. How much? I'm a 1,000 to go. He said 4. I'm a client up here, I'm about 4 or 5, give me half. I'm about 450, 50 quarter, 75, 5. I'm about 500 and a quarter, 525, a quarter, and a half, no 75, and 6, and a quarter, 6 here, a quarter, half. I'm about 6 and a half, 75, no 7. I'm about 7, 6, 75, okay? 7 and a half, no 75. 75, and 8 and a quarter, and a half, 8 and a half, and 75, and 9, 900, but 9, 8, 75, need 9, a quarter, and a half, 75, 1,000, and 1,000 dollars, $1,000 and a quarter, a quarter, 10 here, quarter and a half now, over 50, 75, but 75, 10 and a half here, about 75, and 11, a quarter, 11 here. Quarter now half, 11 and a half, 11 and a half. Come on, guys. 11, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50. Man, you ready? 11 and a half? No 75? How about 75? She's 11 and a half here. 11, 75 in line. 12. How about 12? We're going to get 12? 12 and a quarter. A quarter, online at 12. How about 12 and a quarter, now 50, and that 50, 75, you're gonna go 75, go 75. I guess that did it. So, that's 150 online, right? Next, it's always 6 on the 7 card. Well, then, let's take a ride here, give me 5 to go, 4.5. I got 450, 50, 454, 0, 4.5, quarter now, 75. And 5, and a quarter. And a quarter, 500, 5 and a quarter. How about 5 and a quarter? Now half, 5 and a half. And hit the single time, right here, 75, and 6. 6 and a quarter and a half. How about a half? He's 6 and a quarter. I got a half on line, no 75, and 7. How about 7? You're going to give me 7 out of 675. 7?
Got 75.
I do. And 77, there are those. How about 7? And then I sold a 10 for 675, 675. Numero, hey, senorita, plus 33 higher, 33 to higher, 61. Here comes a 94. You got it. 1,000. I'm not down to go. 5. We said 3, 3 and a quarter. Hey, you lost? I got 3 and a quarter, 3 and a quarter, 300, 3 and a quarter, and a half. And a half, 350, and 75. We're going to go 75. I'm at 75. You're going to go through 75. You're going to go 75, 4 and a quarter. I'm side at 4, 4 and a quarter. I'm up 4 and a quarter, and a quarter, and a quarter. Down here we have half. That's 75. 475. 4 and a half over there. 475, 475, and we sold it at $450. Put them on number 8, 8 to buyer. All right, guys, thanks for coming out tonight. Appreciate it. Don't forget, next Thursday we'll do it all over again. Come back and see us, okay?
1 second.